What are these crystals on the end of the cork? Well, it's totally natural, totally normal, and harmless. Don't worry about it. It is often something that you find in more expensive boutique style wines, meaning they're not mass produced, they're not squeaky clean. They're wines that really suggest to me as a wine drinker that this is a handmade artisanal wine. Hey everybody, this is Greg at BigHammerWines.com. I hope you're enjoying some great wine. Today, a little education because it's a question I've received numerous times. What are these crystals on the end of the cork? Well, it's totally natural, totally normal, and harmless, first of all. So, this is potassium bitartrate. What is that? Well, this is something that precipitates. Tartaric acid combines with potassium and precipitates out of typically unfiltered wines that haven't been cold stabilized. Sometimes you see these little crystals in white wine too, especially white wines are often the ones where you see, where they don't go through cold stabilization. You see this at the bottom of the bottle. Totally natural, totally normal, totally harmless. And you can totally ingest it. If you've ever had crema tartare, that's essentially what this is. It is exactly the same molecule that precipitates out of the wine, collects on the end of the cork, typically in red wines, and creates what is sometimes called these wine crystals or wine diamonds. So don't worry about it. It is often something that you find in more expensive boutique style wines, meaning they're not mass produced, they're not squeaky clean. They're wines that really suggest to me as a wine drinker that this is a handmade artisanal wine. So don't fear, it is a completely normal thing. It's just a matter of the wine often not being fully filtered in a way that it's stripped of its essence. And I think you could imagine sedimentation is something you'd find whenever you've juiced. If you've pressed a bunch of vegetables or fruit together, you often see sedimentation, you see a separation, and this is no different. In this case, tartaric acid is pretty commonly added to a lot of wines, especially if they're making acid adjustment in hotter climates. So wines that have a higher pH, they want to give it a little more acid to make it more balanced with the fruit. That's a common addition, but this is naturally occurring. So even wines that have no acid addition can also precipitate out in this exact way. So never fear, enjoy the wine, and if you're concerned about it, you could just leave the bottle sitting 10-20 minutes straight up, and then when you pour it carefully, leaving any sediment on the bottom of the bottle. Enjoy the wine. Cheers.